It's okay, Coco. A small speedboat cuts through the azure waters. An island appears, but there's no trace of Mo Art Studio, which was built on it. In its place stands an unfamiliar landscape. This is the newly formed spatial anomaly, huh? That person is. Carrying a canvas and art supplies, a familiar figure stands on the shore. Even from across the vast seas, I can see the helpless expression on his face. Raphael! Ah, so you just woke up and your home was gone?
I shouldn't have passed out after staying up for 2 days. Then maybe I could have saved more than just these things.
With a pained expression, he turns to show me his small collection of personal belongings that were salvaged. I spot a water container for painting. It wasn't even emptied before he grabbed it. I quickly cleared my throat to suppress an inappropriate urge to laugh. Don't worry. This is just a spatial anomaly created by the Deepspace tunnel. Once the fluctuations subside, your home will return to normal. But the road to Whitesand Bay, along with its beach, has also vanished beneath the waves. The fluctuations caused a protofield displacement, which resulted in shifting the spatial anomaly several nautical miles away from its actual location. In other words, this place has become a lonely island. Everything is normal for now. No metaflux fluctuations have been detected, and there are no signs of wanderers.
Well done. The spatial anomaly appeared without warning, so we'll need to conduct a more thorough investigation and analysis.
Out of the corner of my eye, I see Raphael take an inventory of his art supplies. A light bulb goes off in my head. Captain, is it possible for me to continue my investigation?
You're not gonna leave?
Do you want me to leave? Why are you asking? I end the call and Raphael has somehow appeared behind me. His eyes sparkle with anticipation. Yes, bring back OG Jenna. You're a poor fishy stranded on an island. I can't just let you fend for yourself. Are you sure you want to stay here, though? You can always come over to my place.
Cutie, I'm literally surrounded by the ocean. I don't think I can get stranded even if I tried.
Good point. After his initial confusion wore off, Raphael quickly embraced his new status as a castaway.
I was planning to visit a spatial anomaly for inspiration, since a lot were popping up recently. I didn't expect one to deliver itself to my doorstep, though. But there's a more pressing matter.
A slightly troubled expression appears on his face.
After painting for 2 days straight, I fell onto my bed, and then I spent the whole morning trying to save my art supplies. If I don't eat something soon, I might become a real castaway.
Fishy cookies or lobster flavored crispy noodles. Which one do you want?
I'll take the fishy cookies. What brand of cookies are these? They're pretty good.
By the speedboat, Raphael tosses them into his mouth while taking the heavy bag from my hands.
What's inside?
A cooker and its grill. I also brought some seasonings and ingredients.
Then that's...
It's an expanding tent from the association. It sets itself up with one press of a button. I'll show you how it works in a bit. I toss the tent and outdoor mat onto the bench's sand. Then I pick up another bag.
And this?
Some snacks, fruits, drinks, stuff like that.
Miss Bodyguard, I think you're a little too excited about me being stranded on a deserted island.
continued tossing bags of various sizes onto the beach and speak with conviction. I was worried you might suddenly end up on a deserted island, so I brought everything I could think of. They're necessary for survival. Raphael waves the game controller in his right hand and the bowling fish-shaped massage hammer in his left. He pretends to have an epiphany.
I see, I see. Humans need many things to survive.
Yes, humans are delicate creatures. They can't take any chances.
All right, we should hurry then.
He gracefully leaps off the speedboat, then he turns with his arms outstretched.
We need to build a shelter for my delicate human companion before the tide rises.
After finding a nice flat spot and successfully setting up the tent, I'm about to show off my handiwork to Raphael when... Where is he?
Look,
Flowers burst into the field of view. Ooh, I wasn't yawning until just now. Flowers burst into my field of view, their vibrant red petals dancing like flames. They're beautiful. Where did you find them?
over there.
I look at where Raphael is pointing and catch glimpses of something mysterious behind the dense foliage.
I was looking for a branch so I could make you a fishing rod, but I found several flame lilies growing in the bushes. I followed the flower trail and saw... Do you want to take a guess?
What if you don't just tell me? A tribe who lives on this island? This isn't good, Raphael. They might tie us up and feed us to the fish. I pretend to be scared and grab his hand.
Oh boy, the seasonings you brought are gonna come in handy, you know. Can you sprinkle more thyme on me?
Fuck you. I love him so much. Raphael gently squeezes my hand as he leads me across the soft sand. We follow the trail of the flowers. An arc of light shines over the horizon, its golden brilliance cascading to the center of the island. It reveals ancient ruins that rise and fall with the land. I'm cold. I'm yawning and I'm cold. I'm sorry, Coco. I'm trying not to. I don't know where it came from. I wasn't doing it until I started reading. Ooh, what is that? Capture. Great background. Weathered stone pillars stand in solemn silence. Vibrant vines cling tightly to their surfaces as if they were nature's radiant tattoos. There are sand-covered ruins and crumbling walls as far as I... Don't make me regret that. There are sand-covered ruins and crumbling walls as far as the eye can see. With a low, mournful sound, the sea breeze passes through the cracks in the stones. This doesn't look like a tribe's home. It's more like the ruins of an ancient temple. In the center stands a weathered alcove, broken stained glass windows cast their kaleidoscope colors upon its surface. Raphael crouches down. His fingers gently trace the relief carved into the stone wall. Is it still too loud? I turned it down.
This is...
What is it? When Raphael doesn't answer, I lean in to examine it. The intricate carvings are detailed. While a lot has been worn away by wind and sand, I can still imagine their original magnificence. This part looks like a person. What's that? It's sort of like a giant crab raising its pincers.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but that giant crab is Lemuria's sea god.
Ooh. She just called him a crab. I feel like an emo kid. I just need a... My hair is too curly for that. Just need a... That's what I feel like I need. I am about to crack. That's so funny. Oh my god, that's so funny. takes my fingers and guides them to an indentation. He helps me trace the relief's pattern.
These lines are the hair, and the pincers are actually the body. Next to it is a radiant sacred staff. These reliefs probably depict the legend of the first sea god from Lemuria's creation. They're not a guide on how to cook crabs.
I'm sorry, I was rude. But how do you know for sure that this is Lemuria's sea god?
I can tell just by looking at it.
Seeing Raphael's matter-of-fact expression, I wonder if this is some kind of special sense that only Lemurians have. I bet, based on what the association told me, these spatial anomalies appear in the city might be projections from the end of the Deepspace tunnel. If that theory is correct, then could this place be...
Yeah, it might very well be from the sunken civilization of Lemuria.
You know, it just dawned on me where this location actually is. It's just different because it's light outside. And it's not dark. This is in the Abyss Walker myth. In contrast to my astonishment, Raphael remains calm as he gently closes my mouth.
This temple was probably built by my great-great-great-great ancestors.
So, if I took a bottle of sand from here... Oh my god! I have not yawned at all until I started doing all this reading. That's crazy. So if I took a bottle of sand from here, it would be a historical artifact?
Make sure the sea god certifies its authenticity first.
As Raphael speaks, he blows away the sand from his crevices, and the carvings are more visible. This is Lemuria's sea god. What an imposing, majestic person.
You know, there's also a young, good-looking one.
Is the figure beside him his consort?
Yeah. The sea god brought coral branches and conches when he asked her to be his bride.
Wow, the sea god knows how to be romantic, huh? He tucks something behind my ear. I reach up and feel soft flower petals. A flower? What are you?
You don't like it?
I like it. You also know how to be romantic. Smiling, Raphael pulls out a paintbrush to remove the dust from the relief. You said this was the first sea god. Does that mean there was eventually a second and a third sea god?
Every sunrise is accompanied by a sunset. Likewise, the sea god slumbers and awakens with the ebb and flow of his power. But when his power is gone, he fades away and dissolves into the sea.
When will the next sea god appear?
No one knows. Sometimes only a few years pass between a sea god's passing and their successor's birth. Other times, it can take centuries.
What about now? Is there a sea god in the current era? Letting out an amused chuckle, Raphael gently taps my forehead.
Who knows? It's just ancient history from thousands of years ago.
I have questions. But I'm holding to myself until afterwards, but I have questions. I have questions.
Let's go.
He dusts off his hands to remove the sand, then he stands up and pulls me to my feet. Where are we going?
To get my art supplies, duh. Nowadays, you have to be lucky to find Lemurian ruins. We need to copy these reliefs before they disappear and preserve them while we still can. But before that, there's one more thing.
Following his gaze, I turn. Nearby, our tent is practically upside down. Only one peg is in the ground as it struggles against the howling winds.
We better hurry. Otherwise, we'll have to share the ocean with the sharks tonight.
After properly securing the tent, Raphael takes charge of the landscape architecture, while I handle the interior designs. That is such a beautiful picture. I need this as a scenery in the photo booth. Pronto. By the time, like, I know we have a sunset version, but it's not this. It's different. I need this one. By the time I finish organizing everything and lift the tent flap, the sun is setting. The clouds are painted in dappled gold. Every evening's light washes over the sea and bathes the island in soft, warm hues. A bright splash of coral red now sits on the sail. Is this Raphael's idea of landscaping architecture?
Please. Of course there's more. Look behind you.
Unable to see Raphael anywhere, I walk around to the back of the tent. I'm confused. The fence is arranged in a staggered manner. It's decorated not with vines, but with colorful seashells and empty glass. A winding path paved with pebbles leads to a withered wooden boat. Weathered. Crystalline waves dance across the boat's hull. There's no question about who painted them. Where did you get all of this?
I just walked along the shore. Everything here is nature's gift.
When Raphael appears before me again, I wipe away the dust on his face.
So, my darling, delicate human, does this meet your survival requirements?
It's great, but I point to the grill and stove set up next to the wooden boat. It'd be perfect if there was grilled meat. Oh, and drinks, and fresh fruit to the side.
Are you sure those are required? It sounds more like a request.
I will use the bond on you, sir. Despite saying those words, Raphael walks over there.
Here.
As I take the can, I catch a glimpse of an unusual blue tinge beneath Raphael's collar. Raphael, I think your scales are showing.
Huh?
Don't move. Let me see them. Take your clothes off.
Hey, wait. Your hands are freezing.
Usually I'm warm compared to you. What's up with that? Raphael frantically grabs my hands.
I know what you're thinking, but they aren't scales, cutie.
Then what are they?
You'll see after it gets dark.
What kind of magical shit you on this time? Raphael stuffs a large prawn cracker into my mouth to silence me and my curiosity. That's just typical of a man to stuff something in
Take
a
one
woman's
step
mouth.
forward, bend down, and then keep moving.
That sounded suggestive. Just so we're on the same page, don't lead me into spooky caves or dump me into the dolphin's back, okay?
I haven't done any of those since I was 10.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Raphael has covered my eyes. As he guides me into the tent, the sound of the sea grows fainter.
Okay, now lie down on the blanket.
Right here. I trip over a round object and then I immediately reach out for something to steady myself. I wasn't injured from falling. Actually, I felt very comfortable. I feel very comfortable right now. I toss aside the thing that I tripped over, the bowing fist-shaped massage hammer, and feel the cushion under me. Oh gosh. My cushion squirms in protest. Taking off my blindfold, I try to put on an innocent smile. Are you okay?
No. The split-second decision to use me as your cushion was done with grace. I'm impressed.
Oh, you're too kind. Raphael raises his knee and nudges me.
Why aren't you getting up?
Let's not act like I ain't been on top of you before, my guy. Let's. Why are we pretending right now? These are the options. These are the options that I'm being given. Do they not know what kind of power they just gave people? Like, especially me. Ow, I fell and got hurt. I need a kiss before I can get up.
You're such a tease.
He holds the back of my neck as his soft, cool lips meet mine. Then the gentle kiss I can't talk. Then the gentle kiss that deepens into something more intense. I'm left breathless. That's enough. His other hand finds my waist and pulls me closer. With nowhere to retreat, I surrender to his passionate kiss. Don't start, it won't be nothing, sis. Don't start, it won't be nothing. You can't mess with a man. Come on now.
You had enough.
Let's go ahead and say that. Yeah. Let's just revisit that real quick.
You had enough.
You know what? All right. No, I need more. You're such a tease. I tried to calm down and sit up, but Raphael shifts to his side and gently guides me to lie down next to him. Can you tell me why you're being so secretive this morning? Or this
Lie
afternoon?
down and look up.
The lamp is suddenly turned off, and everything is plunged into darkness. Gentle lights begin to dance across the tent's ceiling. They gradually merge into a stunning display that resembles waves, blooming flowers, and brilliant stardust. With the sound of the waves slapping against the shore, I feel as if I'm falling into a luminescent blue ocean.
I mixed paint with fluorescent materials to try and recreate what you'd see with bioluminescent algae. You know, the blue tears phenomenon. I used countless jars of paint to make a small bottle, but it was worth it.
Beside me, Raphael is bathed in the same light. The paint mark below his collarbone gives off a gentle glow. It's like a kiss from the ocean. I remember you said that blue tears only last for 10 seconds, once they leave the ocean.
These should stay with us for much longer. Or at least until you wash them off.
As I gaze quietly at the blue sea, I remember the equally magnificent reliefs I saw in the ruins. What did I say? Raphael, tell me stories about Lemuria.
Do you remember the Tome of the Sea God? They say it contains the entire history of Lemuria, which spans countless millennia. It also has prophecies that were passed down for generations.
Raphael moves his finger, and the glowing patterns transform into mysterious images.
What tale do you want to hear about first? Oh, and before I begin,
Amidst the sound of distant waves, his voice takes on the flowing sea's soothing quality.
everything I'm about to tell you is nothing more than a myth.
Liar! Ooh, lore? We get some lore? That night, I fall asleep while Raphael tells his stories. In my dream, I see a breathtaking azure world, massive sea creatures gracefully swim. Schools of fish dash past mysterious seagrass, and luminous jellyfish drift past rainbow-colored coral reefs. It was a bit of a mouthful. A melody played on a flute resounds from afar as a small blue fish swims up to my fingertips. It swishes its tail as it guides me deeper into the ocean. And then I see it, a warm dancing flame. It's waiting for me. A young sea god cradles it in his hands before gently placing it against my heart. Yeah, putting that with his most recent sea god myth. That was a touch of lore. As a memory, actually. That was a memory. You can't tell me otherwise. Over the next few days, I focus on investigating the spatial anomaly while Raphael focuses on sketching the ancient reliefs. Aside from researching the ruins, he seems to be thoroughly enjoying this stranded on a desert island situation. For example, what's this? When I return from my investigation that day, I find a wind chime made of seashells hanging by the door.
I wanted to make a paint organizer, so I collected some seashells. But then I realized I collected too many, which is why I made the executive decision to use them all.
The table is covered with several shell organizers, shell pin holders, and a row of little birds composed of shells.
Look at this. Doesn't it remind you of the seagull that stole your bread yesterday?
And then, these are...
They're sea lanterns. Isn't it obvious?
Okay, little mermaid, right? You just over here just collect a little bit of everything. Several sea lanterns are scattered across the ground. Meanwhile, Raphael carefully removes the excess wood with a small knife. I thought you didn't believe in sea lanterns and other wish-making customs.
Yeah, I don't. But I thought you might want to try it.
Well, you aren't wrong. And you need your fire here. They're cute.
You know, you're getting really comfortable with bossing me around. Too comfortable, in fact.
Oh, shut up like you don't enjoy it. As we resonate, a warm glow emanates from within the lantern. It's not long before the sea surface is illuminated by flaming lights. Our time on that small island slips away like a gentle breeze. I send over the last protofill readings. Meanwhile, the arc of light above the horizon has faded. It's a specter of its former self. This means the deep space tunnel's fluctuations are getting weaker. The spatial anomaly could vanish at any moment. The wind wakes me up that night. Sorry, my brain started thinking about something while I was trying to talk. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Because I'm sitting here thinking, I'm contemplating too much. I'm like, ooh, ideas. Never mind. Don't worry about it. When I turn my head, I find myself alone. The sleeping bag is cold. Is he still awake? I pull back the tent flap and look outside. There's a faint glow coming from a fire in the distance. It's near the ruins. In flickering firelight, Raphael sits before a centered stone wall, his thin charcoal pencil making soft scratching sounds as it moves across the paper.
You're awake?
Using his free hand, he lifts the blanket from his shoulders. I move closer and he wraps the blanket around us. I can't sleep.
I just wanted to finish the remaining sketches, that's all.
The paper is filled with mysterious otherworldly drawings. I can vaguely make out the figure of the sea god. It's been a few days. Have you made any new discoveries?
I wouldn't call them discoveries, but I did learn about a few things that weren't mentioned in the Tome of the Sea God. For example, the sea god tried to win over his beloved in a variety of elaborate ways. I also found out how many times he stumbled.
I feel bad for him. Even these embarrassing moments were recorded by your ancestors, so we could laugh at them today. I'm guessing the sea god won his beloved's heart in the end, right? Otherwise, there wouldn't be more to the story.
You're correct. The sea god and his bride lived together for all of eternity. Their power watched over Lemuria as the ocean thrived.
That's a textbook example of a happy ending. Just go with it.
And it's not how it ended.
Huh?
The true ending is right here.
Raph's finger hovers over the carved relief.
The ancient people of Lemuria believed the sea god would protect them forever. That's why they built this temple. It was to record their legend and pass it down. They must have believed these carvings would stand the test of time as a Lemurian monument.
In the firelight, Raphael's voice softens and the air around us becomes hazy.
Yet the temple was eventually abandoned. Their civilization sank into the deep sea, and Lemuria was reduced to nothing in that abyss. Clearly, the sea god failed to protect his people.
Just gonna tell her. I can't wait for her to find out. I can't wait for her to find out that, yeah. Actually, she did find out. So my theory for, wait, have y'all seen seen the myth, right? Everybody's caught up on Raphael's lore. In regards to his third myth, y'all caught up? It's not about to be a little bit of a spoiler, or more so just a theory. Because it's not, I don't know if it's true, but this is my theory. I feel like, well, two. Either the third myth takes place between current timeline and Abyss Walker, or Abyss Walker's in a different timeline altogether that has nothing to do with current timeline, or the third myth happens between God of Tides in current timeline. Based on verbiage, it's hard to tell because the verbiage that they use and the way they speak in God of Tides versus Abyss Walker, it's very similar. It's very similar in my opinion, the way Abyss Walker and God of Tides kind of speaks a little bit. Same thing with the god of the Lemurian sea god. So it's just like, okay, where in the timeline does this one fall? I do really feel strongly it happens after current turn, like somewhere in that current timeline or after current timeline. But at the same time, once I finished it, I was just like, maybe it happened before our current timeline. Because obviously girl had to be reborn. But also, I don't know. I feel like Lemurian Sea God Raph is such a mystery that it's hard to really know when did he become the actual Lemurian Sea God with the mermaid tail and the powers that he had. So, just my thoughts, just my headcanons. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. Really, it's a lot. I thought Xavier's was confusing. The more information we get for Rafayel, the more confused I become. No, my guy. Who are you? How long have you actually lived? And when do you get the full extent of your power? These are questions that need to be answered, and I hope we get it and the update, the main story update. I need answers pronto. It's just a myth.
Yeah, that's why I don't believe in things like legends.
Charcoal pencil meanders across the paper. It leaves meaningless lines in its wake.
Whether it's a sculpture or a painting, art is just one way to capture a scene, to preserve a moment in time. But sculptures crumble, and the colors in paintings fade. Our humble efforts are powerless against time's relentless march.
But here you are, still drawing. I tap the paper in his hand. Deep down, you instinctively wish to preserve something, right?
Don't you think it's contradictory? I know nothing lasts forever, but I still want to keep trying.
Cup his face in my hands. Then I switch his cheeks. Raphael, you silly fish.
Why are you calling me a fish again?
I was gonna say, why you sound like that, but I forgot she's supposed to be squishing fish. You've already captured thousands of beautiful moments. They are anything but meaningless attempts.
But I'm not satisfied with that.
He lowers his head and embraces me. His warm breath tickles my ear.
I want to capture more moments. Every single second of being stranded on an island with you. I want to preserve it all.
Get out my ear! I hug him back, and when I see an arc of light above us, a thought appears in my mind. Can I do anything to make this moment last forever? I'm not sure when I dozed off, but when I open my eyes again, I find myself wrapped in a blanket. I'm inside the tent. Art supplies and sketches are stacked on the table. Raphael finished all his drawings. This man, why for you to be stranded, you sure do have a lot of outfits just hanging on. I said the same thing. I was like, I have thoughts that I want to do with these tents. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but my brain started turning, that I started glitching while I was reading, and I was like, let me just take a picture and I'll think of it later. I walk outside and head to the shore in front of the ruins. Raphael is staring at the fading arc of light as dawn appears on the horizon.
Do you want to watch the sunrise together?
Sure. Is this our last sunrise here?
Are you gonna miss this place?
Of course. We worked so hard to build our base. Now we'll never see it or these ruins again. I know they won't really disappear though. They'll just return to their original timeline in space. I turn to meet Raphael's gaze. Even though our time will pass once this space dissipates, I believe it left its unique mark. Whether on this island or in our memories.
Wait. I feel like I'm about to hear something important. I need to prepare myself.
For what?
Are you really gonna spend our last moments on this island wearing pajamas?
They aren't pajamas. Looking down at my wrinkled clothes, I touch my messy hair. A belated rush of embarrassment floods my face.
There's a brown box in the tent. Check it out. I'll wait for you here.
Oh!
Did you really think my personal belongings were just art supplies? Tell me what you're thinking about right now.
So handsome!
My fire combined with your flower, it's anything but simple. Do you know what it means to have this as our witness? Then, in return, I'll give you the entire ocean as my gift.
That's not bad as a promise that I want to remember forever.
By Lemurian customs, our covenant has been forged.
Baby, listen,
Every second of our lives must be shared, starting from this moment. If this vow actually represents eternity, will you give me the chance to prove myself worthy of your devotion?
that. Walk in water. Literally.
Would you like to share this moment with me, cutie? All right. Can you lower your head a little? From now on, the ocean's waters flow for you.
Okay, so she did that. That's see. Look at all the little fish falling. Don't make me cry and fold. Oh, that's how it ends? Okay. Don't make me freaking cry and fold. That was so pretty. Yes, I got her dressed now.